So is this golf's most pointless golf club, or maybe the secret weapon you need to hit more fairways and maybe not longer drives, but can we say long enough drives? With the Callaway Eylte Mini driver. How'd you like those apples? Film reference, what film? In the comments. So it does feel like we've been down this road before and it never really worked, but we're back here again, and that's kind of golf clubs and the industry, I think, in lots of ways. So first looks, it looks like a mini Eylte. Like, it looks exactly like the Eylte driver. We're seeing the weight ports on the outside, we see the refined shaping, the crown that they talk so much about, materials to save weight with changeable neck, all the styling to the head cover just with mini on. It looks like a mini driver, like a mini Eylte driver. The head is 340cc, so it is shrunken down. The length is shorter, so 43.75 inches long, so it's a shorter, smaller headed driver. I've got 13-degree loft. I think there's an 11-degree loft as well, with changeable neck for dialing in. And obviously, like I say, the weight ports on the back, draw, neutral and fade ports. It's, in theory, what Callaway say, it's a premium kind of on accuracy. So it's going to try and get you hitting it maybe as far down the fairway as possible if a driver is maybe the worst club in your bag and you don't want to hit a 3-wood, because remember, a 3-wood has a smaller head. The face of this, the depth compared to a fairway wood, like, it is deeper. Like, that's considerably deeper. And some people hate hitting a fairway wood off the tee, because if strike isn't your best suit, they're hitting a little bit all on the face and you haven't got much face on a 3-wood, because they're better from the ground and then they work from the tee, is kind of their design. The Callaway do say this is easier to launch than a fairway wood, which I would agree from a tee, not from the ground. But would you be using this from the ground? We've got a really interesting test with the numbers coming on this, which I'll show you at the end, where I'm hitting on an amazing tour style range. I'm going to compare it to my 3-wood and driver to show you exactly where it sits or would sit in my set. We're also going to talk as we go further on who might game a mini driver. It does feel, and in the comments let me know what you think, it's just another club, probably at a lot of money. Well, we'll look at the price in a second. Which do you really need? Like, really, is it going to shift any needles for any golfers? Bearing in mind, we already have a lot of data suggesting that hitting a fairway wood off the tee for safety compared to a driver isn't the best play for everyone. So are we really talking about a tiny niche of players who would benefit from the mini Eylte? Looks and feels, let's have a go. Has to be said, it looks fantastic. I mean, the Eylte driver looks fantastic, and it's just a slightly shrunken down one. It looks big enough down by the ball to inspire plenty of confidence, like enough. As much as a driver? No, because a driver is bigger. So again, it kind of reduces down who might use it, because I think you need to be confident enough, if that makes sense. Because if you want more confidence inspiring, you go big ahead the driver, but then the balance would be maybe that it's too long, so you can't kind of control it, possibly. So why would you not just get a shorter driver? Like, you could get a 3-wood shaft in a driver if you're that kind of worried. Why would you reduce the head? So I do think for people who are really struggling with their driver through maybe, let's say, lack of speed, it isn't going to help. If you've got enough speed and you're a bit off the planet, well, there's some arguments this might help. The carbon to the titanium face looks great, a little bit of Eylte writing on the inside. Callaway necks are really functionable. They are a little bit thick, but that wouldn't stop me purchasing this club. It looks really, really sharp, which you would kind of only expect from a company like Callaway. Feels as well, like, it just feels Callaway brilliant. You've got the 10 times AI face. And it's like I say in most of Callaway reviews since they've gone to AI faces, the sound and feel that you get off these is just on point. God, it does just feel so absolutely Callaway solid. Maybe some of the best combinations of materials and sounds. Like, it's kind of got that carbony, duller sound, but you've still got a little bit of a ting and feel off the face from that AI face. It is just a great combination. So we've got 3 balls in 3 lies on the fairway. This is basically in a divot. I would just hit my 3-wood from here. This one is slightly down. I would totally hit my 3-wood. And this one's sat up on a morning fairway that's about to get cut. It'll get tighter, but it's sat up pretty lovely. So divot to start feels like this club's just pointless. And I know it's extreme. I definitely would hit my 3-wood from this. I think I can hit this, but I'm digging it out. It's cutting a lot. Stay left. I mean, I don't think that's really going any further than where a hybrid would, because what I lose on launch. This one sat like okay. It's definitely down a bit. Like if you were placing, you would place this. And that's done very well from that lie. Like this club, I'm looking forward to seeing the data and the numbers on this, how it compares to a fairway wood, because that's surprising me how easy that is to launch from that line. This one's set plumb, and now you feel like you do have an advantage because I have a really strong fairway wood with a much bigger head. Yeah, and I feel like I can go at that, which I have. That surprised me how good they are. That did very well from the ground, way better than I was expecting. Before we look at the numbers, let's talk about the price. What do you think? Here's the prices in your region. I mean, if you're buying this and a driver, so you're having it not as your driver, you're having it as an add-on club, wowzers. Like, you've got to be serious to be getting the club this expensive. If it is your driver, then it's kind of in the same price, they're slightly cheaper than some drivers, so it fits. You're not getting a driver, you're getting this instead. But like, that is some price. What do you think in the comments? Is it something you would use or not? We'll talk about, let's go do the numbers. I'm going to show you some amazing tests on some fun ranges, which will really put all the driver and my 3-wood and my driver into test to see where this kind of sits. And also we'll talk about who might game a club like this. So let's start with ball speeds. You can see driver 165 average, then my 3-wood 151, and the 2-wood I've marked it as, but the Elite Mini is 154, so it sits right between, which is what I would imagine. 3-2 spin, 2-8 spin my 3-wood, low spinning my 3-wood. Certainly these are all from a tee, and 2-6 with my driver. I could get this spin lower and increase this ball speed, which would then increase the carry. 255, 252 with my 3-wood, and 278 average with my driver. So you can see the 3-wood and the Mini are kind of crossing over, but that's because I want to use the Mini from the fairway. If you only really wanted to use it from the drivers as a driver, so off the tee, you would be able to up this by using more. I'm using the 13, the 11 degree, which would bring this down. It would increase this, and you'd be able to get it further. That's just not how I would play this club. I would want to be able to hit it from the fairway, and that's one of the decisions you would need to make. And then you can see the accuracy is very good. Like, the accuracy with the Mini driver is surprisingly very good, and it's that bigger head when you look down at it. It's probably going to be more stable for gearing than a 3-wood or miss hits. And it is basically just a small driver, so it is the most accurate. That with my driver, not much in, but it's considerably shorter. But remember, I could push that up to meet my driver or closer to if I wanted to. Then it becomes a small-headed driver. Like, this club is really doing way better than I expected. Let's do the fun little game. Let's get on a tour fairway. So this range is 30 yards wide. Super, super narrow. So will the Mini driver, the Elite Mini, help me hit more fairways? So I'm going to do driver v Mini driver, because I'm definitely someone who would go for my driver nearly every time I could. I'm going to try and send them. That felt a little to the left, but it's going to hit the fairway. Slightly heeled, not my longest, but I'm going to try and hit them like a good carry. The Skytrack range is so much fun. It's a really clever idea. It really focuses you in. But like I say, I'm still going to try and send it. I'm not going to just plod them. That's going to need to just hang on, just stay straight, kick straight. Yeah. 1-all. Who do you reckon wins down in the comments? The driver or the Mini driver? It was definitely more accurate in the bigger test. Oh, that is a button. Like, the more I've hit this driver, the more I could see it really working for some golfers. I mean, it does feel accurate. Like, it feels like a in-play machine. And the distance isn't bad. Have I towed it? Stay right, stay right, stay right, stay right. Oh, that's missing. So 1-0 to the mini driver, but again, look at the carry on that 285 hit. That's so good. That's a toe. Stay right, stay right, stay right, stay right. Mini driver can beat that. That's my miss hit, toe, dippy draw, a little less carry. Absolutely me all day. Do I feel like I could hit this fairway with the mini driver all day long? A little bit. Yeah, look at that. That's a fairway splitter. Yeah, you're sacrificing distance, but you might gain some accuracy for the right person. So you can see the mini driver has an edge, can't you? And you could really see and imagine the kind of person who would game this. I think for me, you need a certain amount of speed, personally. Or as in, I'm hitting the mini driver a bit straighter, but because I'm losing distance, it's not straight enough. I'm still going to hit one in the drink if you give me enough goes with the mini driver, and I don't want to sacrifice that distance. If I'm someone who literally cannot hit the planet with a bit of speed, I think the mini driver is probably a good option. Just a bit of a heel. Is that going to hold on? Yeah, that's done so well. Well done, Callaway. Like that was a horrible low heel, and that really has done well. That would, the driver would definitely be in the water, but it's coming back to 250, and I can't afford that. I will persevere with my driver. In the comments down below, would you use mini driver or not? If you want to find out how to hit your driver better, check out this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, make sure you hit that little circle. Get yourself subscribed so you don't miss out on the next review or great golf tip.